Hello and welcome back to Drive on the Wild Side, where I just want to start by saying thank you so much for getting me over 100 subscribers. I could not possibly done it without you. Anyway, today it's still in the Italian theme of things. I was recently at Silverstone and I was looking around the Ferrari and Lamborghini owners clubs, and I thought, which of these is best? So to find out, I've decided to devise a series of challenges. Challenge 1 involves the ultimate barrier, 200 miles an hour. Now to do that, I have decided to grab the Ferrari F40, the first Ferrari to ever hit 200 miles an hour. And the challenge is simple really, get the cars to 200 miles an hour and back to zero again in the shortest distance. So without further ado, here goes. Now this Ferrari is twin turbocharged and is very old. It's in fact over 30 years old, and it is a lot slower than I thought it would be actually. And well, let's just say this took a while, and a downhill, and possibly even a tailwind, 191 route, and once it got past 190 it slowed down quite a lot. I thought this thing wouldn't hit 200 miles an hour until I reached the downhill, which is just coming up now, I believe. And we've hit 200 on the brakes. I've just stopped just short of the bridge, which is about 3.5 miles. This is the Lamborghini Diablo SV, the crazier version of the Diablo. Now, when Lamborghini built this, they learned from their mistakes they made with the Countach. This car was much more easy to live with, it had a proper boot, and you didn't need to open the doors if you wanted to park it. And the key difference was that this thing is a lot faster. This thing has well over 500 horsepower, I believe, and it is definitely a lot quicker than the Countach. In fact, this thing can definitely do 200 miles an hour. That is, unless I'm not limited by the gearing. This thing only has 5 gears and I'm in top gear right now. I hope I don't need to use the downhill for this, but actually, I didn't need to use the downhill. It stopped well before the Ferrari. In fact, it stops in just 2.9 miles, so 0.6 of a mile behind the Ferrari. 1-0 Lamborghini. Now straight on to the main challenge of this video, I'm going to be looking at more modern supercars. And this is what I've picked for the Ferrari, the J50. I thought I wanted a bit more of an interesting choice, not something like a 488, which is still a good idea, but I just think this is a bit better. This is quite a rare car. It was only sold in Japan, and well, it's a really good looking car. It's also a convertible, and it's also ridiculously expensive. In fact, you could probably buy multiple Lamborghinis for the price of this car. The Lamborghini Aventador here is the ultimate poster car. I think every single child born in the 2000s has always dreamed of owning a car like this, and it is brilliant. It's got scissor doors, big V12, and proper Lamborghini styling. Now, is this a match for the Ferrari? Well, it's certainly more powerful, but it is a lot heavier thanks to its bigger engine and all-wheel drive. So the challenge is to go from the city to your luxury retreat on the tropical coast. Now, once again, it is wet conditions for the Ferrari, but this thing is super nimble, and I think it should handle these conditions perfectly fine. Now, the Ferrari is mid-engined and rear-wheel drive, unlike the Lamborghini, but it's only got a V8, so it is much lighter, and it's also rear-wheel drive. So that should definitely benefit the Ferrari, which actually has about 40 horsepower less than the Lamborghini. So this test is going to be a bit of both, bits of speed, handling, and, well, hopefully getting to the destination on time. It's about 5 miles away, so it should be a relatively easy race. The wet conditions are not helping the Ferrari at all. The speed zone is going to be a part of the challenge a bit, I admit. So it's going to test how well the car handles high-speed cornering. And the Ferrari is sticking to the road. It's drifting a bit, but it's alright. It's drifting because it's Japanese. 124 miles an hour. This thing's really quick. It actually got air there. Okay, coming down to the beach. We're nearly at the finish line. Bit of corner cutting. This Ferrari's got very skittish handling. And on the brakes. That was a 2 minutes 35. Now for the Lamborghini. All-wheel drive is certainly a helpful feature here. That gives it a much better launch, but this car is heavier, so it takes more power to stop. The Lamborghini's much more planted thanks to its all-wheel drive, and it's got probably, I think it's slightly more aerodynamic, but I don't know how it will fare against the Ferrari. It's so controllable, this thing. No wonder it's such a good car on the track. Right, now in the speed zone, it actually got a way better score than the Ferrari. And let's see if it gets air. Oh yes, it does. Right, now flying out of the jungle into the town, let's see if the Lamborghini can make it faster than the Ferrari. On the brakes for the final 2 corners. Almost at the destination, so close now. And across the line in 2 minutes 38. So now it's 1-1. So now, time for a tiebreaker. It's the Huracan STO, and this car needs no introduction. I have done a video on it before, it actually got pretty good reviews. And well, I love this car, I think it's fantastic, and this thing is roadworthy. Unlike its competitor. This is the Ferrari 488 Challenge Stradale. It's a racing car that you can actually buy if you're a millionaire. Say Jeff Bezos, you could probably have one. Anyway, this thing is mental. It is a proper racing car, unlike the STO. So this, you cannot drive this on the road at all. In fact, the splitter on this would probably cut someone's foot off if you're not careful. Now, where else would I test these cars other than a proper racetrack? Well, here, obviously. Well, here's the Lamborghini all-wheel drive V10, and it's actually doing rather well. This thing handles amazingly, and, well, so did the Ferrari, obviously. Now, both these cars are fitted with super sticky track tyres, but will that help? The Lamborghini actually does understeer slightly, as you probably saw back there, or hit a wall, but that didn't stop it from posting an incredible 113.9 around the test track. Now, the Ferrari is one of the very few proper racing cars in the game. Now, this Ferrari is fitted with track spec tyres. These are not road legal, so I think it should be points down for that. But it is so grippy. I mean, it's amazing to drive. This thing corners incredibly flat, and it actually can achieve much higher speeds than the Lamborghini. So I think I may have overdone it here. So we are across the line in 109.8. So there it is. Ferrari is the winner. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much to my cousin for making the thumbnails, and thank you so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. Enjoy this video, please like it and subscribe in the future. Until next time, goodbye.